So I don't really want this fucking like whole channel to be like based about drugs, but like in the past like fucking like 3 years of my life, like a lot of my friends and shit have like kind of delved into like just like drugs and shit like that, and I've had my fair share as well, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I've fucking been sober the entire time, you know what I mean? But yeah, I went through like a little stage at like the end of like 2018 until like halfway through like 2019 where I've just like smoking weed. Like I just like smoked like a bunch of weed. Like me and my friends were just kind of like starting to get into weed at this time, and yeah, we were always just like smoking weed and that. And I have this fucking funny story, right, where I'm sure you've read the title, right? Smoking weed with a fucking janitor, right? I mean, I don't even have a lot to say, man. I don't even have a fucking intro. Let's just fucking hop into this. So this story took place about 1.5 years ago, right? And basically, outside like where my school is, there's like this little like woods beside it where we always used to like sit, like if you were like skipping class or something, like everyone would go there, and it was like sometimes you would just like bump into people in this little place. We called it JP, right? And it was like you'd sometimes just like bump into people at JP that like you didn't even know were like skipping class, and you would see them, they're always like smoking joints or whatever the fuck they were doing. You know what I mean? Some people would even like drink like round there, like drink like obviously like bev and like what's the word? I don't want to say alcohol because it sounds like it sounds pure weird, but you know what I mean? Beverages. That sounds good, can it now? Just say bev. But yeah, some people would just like be around their corner, like in this JP place, just drinking bev and that. And yeah, you kind of get it was like this like little like place, like it was like surrounded by woods, but like this place had like trees and all that you could like sit on, and everyone would go there. But yeah, there was this one day, right, where me and all my friends decided we're not going to period 1 and 2, right? We decided we're just going to like skip like periods 1 and 2 and then go in at break and then like just stay on obviously the rest of the day. So yeah, me and all my friends, right, we fucking like had a bit of weed on us, right? We had like 2 gram with like 20 quid worth of weed on us, and we were going to JP, right? So we're walking there. It was like me and like 3 other of my friends, right? And we're basically like, we walked to JP. The bell goes, right? Meaning like everyone would like go to school and that, and then like we all just kind of like stayed behind, obviously, because like obviously we weren't going to these 2 classes. So yeah, as soon as the bell goes, right, we realised that everyone's like went into school. Like my friend like whips out the weed from his bag and he starts like rolling like a joint, and that was fine, right? He rolled that, everything was fine. We smoked that. We're all like pretty baked, right? I was always a fucking lightweight to weed and shit. Like a few like draws of fucking like, you know what I mean? Like it literally took me like 3 tokes and I was like fucking out the game. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're all fucking sitting in this little tree, right? We're sat there for like half an hour. We're all just fucking had like music on, and we're all just talking, just having a fun time. You know what I mean? And like another half an hour goes by. My friend goes, here, fuck it, I'm going to roll another one, right? Because obviously we had like quite a bit of weed on us, right? So our friend starts rolling another joint, and we all just stood there like that. Fucking hell, like we're quite stoned, you know what I mean? And yeah, my friend rolls that, no bother with that, and we spark it, right? And we literally get like halfway through this joint, you know what I mean? We're all just taking like a few tokes and then we're like passing it around a circle. And out of fucking nowhere, right? Like I said, we're like halfway through this joint. 2 janitors come out of nowhere. Two janitors come out of this like little bit like right beside JP, right? And like basically the way JP works is like someone could just like sneak up on you and you've got no idea because like you're in like such a wooded area, and I take it that's what these janitors did, right? But yeah, the janitors come, right, and we just kind of look at them, and the janitors look at us with this like pure like deer in the headlights look, and they were like, alright, and we were like, what's happening? He was like, what are you smoking? And we were like, nothing, just a cigarette. And he was like, just a cigarette. And this guy basically fucking like walks into JP. Like I said, there was like 2 janitors, right? And basically like when the 2 janitors, right, I know them both. They literally like, live in like the neighborhood like a little bit down from me, and I know them both. And I was like sitting talking to them, I waited them. They were like, just a cigarette, right? And they were just like laughing about it because obviously it wasn't a fucking cigarette, it was weed, right? And yeah, the guy goes like, can I have some? He's a draw that. And I was like, no. No fucking way, right? So my friend, right, Kyle, he just like hands him this fucking joint, right? And he's like howling. And yeah, we're all just fucking talking, right? It was like me and 3 other friends, and then these 2 janitors were all just sitting in JP, smoking a joint with them. And yeah, we kind of just gave the joint to the 2 janitors. Like they literally took a few draws, and then like by the time like the second janitor took a draw, the joint was like basically done. And after that, right, they kind of just stayed and talked to us for like 5 minutes. Because like I said, like these janitors were so sound. Like they were actually where they lived in like the neighborhood where I live in, and like the neighborhood I live in is like just not a very nice place. But like I mean, you know, it's like a lot of the people that live here are actually like really fucking sound people. And like the janitors were obviously one of them, and like the janitors like knew my dad and all that, so like it was just a good time. But yeah, like I said, like they stayed for like 5 more minutes, and then they like were saying like, yeah, they need to get back to work and all that, which I thought was so funny, right? Even all my friends started fucking dying laughing when they said that, because they were just like, right, yeah, we need to go back to work. And it was like, no way, right? So yeah, eventually they just like walk away, right? And they start like walking like back down to school way, and basically what they were doing, like next to JP there's like this little river, and they were just like getting all the rubbish out the river, like with like the little like litter picker things, and like put them in the bin bags. But yeah, after they walked away, me and all my friends just kind of looked at each other and we were like, no way, that actually just happened. Like kind of just like, we all just kind of realised at the same time. And yeah, I mean, that's fucking it. I mean, yeah, we fucking smoked weed with the janitors. Just a funny story, to be honest. Like, it's quite crazy that we actually smoked weed with the janitors. And the fact that they just walked back into school like, as if nothing happened. And yeah, these janitors, like I said, they're so sound. Like, they've caught us doing hundreds of shit. Obviously, they don't care if you smoke, like, cigarettes and that there. But, like, the janitors have caught us, like, getting on it, like, drinking and all that. Like, in JP, like, in this same place, like, multiple times. And obviously, they don't say it because they're just sound, you know what I mean? But, I mean, yeah, that's just about taking us to the end of the story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then drop a like. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And, yeah, I'll catch you guys all later.